This will reduce the greenhouse emissions, improve nutrient utilization and animal health, lower pollution and odour with the livestock and poultry. Circular economic potential is also there through the methane mitigation. Then third thing for the pro-climate, I will suggest is the breeding solutions. So normally in dairy cattle,
one of the distinguished veterinarian of Maharashtra, Dr. V.R. Kulkarni. He has done graduation from Brownie Veterinary College in 1988, and right now he has established VRK Nutritional Solution, and this is pioneering in laboratory animal feeds. Please.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Distinguished guests, industry leaders, and many innovators over here. And I'm very much thankful for the organizers to give me an opportunity to speak on the waste management from the livestock and poultry. And also I congratulate this organizer at taking this subject to a higher standard. That's also sustainability. This is my subject. So what is the waste product and the sustainability? All living organisms, including livestock, poultry and human beings, they use something from the natural resources for their growth, reproduction and the production. So, and then with the help of metabolism, they convert, they use for their own benefits, and also they produce some waste along with that. If this is the waste which is responsible for the environmental concerns. When this waste goes again back to the nature, then this is the sustainability, and it has to go very harmlessly. Then see what happened. Our population, the world population is going up. So there is a pressure for the food to produce more. That way there are many revolutions happened, industrial, white, green, blue and all these things. They have helped in increasing the food, especially the protein for the human beings. However, along with that, they produce a lot of waste also. That waste generation is creating a lot of issues as far as our sustainability is concerned. And nowadays we are seeing so many changes in the environment, which are now, it is looking very impossible to stay over here because 6 months rains this year has created a havoc. And this waste generated, now it has become beyond our management and the safety. So what it also between the production efficiency and the environmental is there is an accumulation of the organic waste. Greenhouse gas emissions are always there when it is accumulated, and now we are finding the soil and water pollution also, and this is the threat for ecosystem and our health also. So this topic is very important, how to manage this waste. What are the waste produced from the livestock and poultry? One, basically the production from the livestock, basically bovine population, they produce a lot of methane and they emit from the nostrils and the mouth, and it is creating the global warming 30 times more than the carbon dioxide. So that's how the methane produced enterically in the enteric fermentation in the bovines is very important, and to mitigate the methane production is also a new challenge in front of us, in front of everybody, including the government, private and all the people. Then we see the ammonia that is released from the dung as well as the poultry litter, which is also creating a lot of environmental issues and the social issues, because ammonia gets converted into nitrous oxide when it goes to the environment. That is 300 times dangerous than the carbon dioxide. Then we see the carbon dioxide by the respiration and decomposition. Then the hydrogen sulfide and ammonia together, it gives bad odor to the society and to the farm, which has become very notorious thing as far as the society is concerned. Social behavior or the social problems are increasing a lot and becoming very hateful for doing the poultry and the dairy farming. Then then this is also that way it is ecosystem imbalance and social and economical challenges are going on. Then what is happening in India, whatever the waste is produced, it is directly applied into the agriculture. So, which is not a good practice, or actually it is a very bad practice, because it creates a lot of emissions and the environmental problems and the pollution and it has got a lot of issues with the soil management and agriculture field. What happens with this is that there is a pollution from untreated waste when it is applied directly to the agriculture. High EC is another problem. Every year our EC in the soil is going up by 15%, which is going to be very dangerous in the future as far as soil fertility is concerned and the crop production is concerned. Because there is a nutrient imbalance in the directly poultry litter and the cow dung, if you say there is less of carbon and higher, more of nitrogen, and the ratio that matches, that way it is not useful as required for the plants. And this also decreases the poor nutrient availability. And when you see the water pollution, there are two things happening. When you apply this dung or the poultry litter into the agriculture field, it leaches some of the nutrients like the nitrogen and the phosphorus. If you see the taste of the water is now changing, and sometimes we have seen some of the wells have got nitrous poisonings, and that is also a threat for the future. So we must avoid these such practices. Sometimes when you see the system, that is eutrophication, that means when this litter or dung goes into the water tanks or the water reservoirs, that place it eats a lot by the exotic algae, and then those algae consume a lot of this oxygen, and this because they grow very fast with the poultry litter or the dung, and this oxygen is utilized more by them, and it is not available for the aquatic flora, so aquatic fauna. So that way they die. It is called eutrophication. And then we have seen the pathogen contaminations which is coming with the dung and the poultry litter, and there are heavy metal accumulations in the soils and crops. Antibiotic residues, so many people have talked about this. And most important, the wild weed growth is very high as compared to the good crops. So what I suggest is that we have to collect it and then two concepts I am coming with two concepts. This one is the pro-climate farming. For the timely collection of the litter. Collection of poultry and livestock waste is in time is very, very important, because otherwise it emits a lot of emissions, greenhouse gas emissions, which results into the pollution. And so their collection is in time is very, very important, whether it is a dung or whether it is a poultry litter. Both things are very, very important. So, but however, the collection of this is very difficult, because we don't have any much more mechanization as far as livestock is concerned. In poultry, we have got some mechanizations like belt conveyors, scrappers, and sometimes the people add a lot of water below the cages to solve the issues of the flies. And then last at the harvesting season, they pump it out, and what they with the pumped water and the litter, we don't know. So then manual collection in time is very, very essential, and sometimes I think the robotic systems will come into the picture by AI. Then second feedings for pro-climate farming is the feeding strategies. We must feed the cows or the poultry which can produce less emissions, produce more from less, and give a lot of things in terms of the profit and all. So feed supplements like which reduce the methane and ammonia, offering both environmental and economic benefits. This topic is coming up very fast, and the people will definitely think of it, and many entrepreneurs will enter into this business. Thus, adsorbents and binders help in binding not only the toxins but the harmful substances and ammonia, improving gut health and the reducing waste. Selecting feeding grades with higher digestibility reduces the ammonia production, basically. Soybean meal produces highest ammonia, so try to avoid it or balance it as less as possible. We can see the sulfur solubilization, a biotechnological innovation, reduces habitual sulfur moisture. We can add into this one through the probiotics. Same is the case with the phosphorus, and then we can phosphorus through the phytates and the insoluble fibers, especially in the poultry. They act as a prebiotic and enhances the beneficial microbes, reducing proteolytic enzymes activity to reduce the ammonia production. This will reduce the greenhouse emissions, improve nutrient utilization and animal health, lower population pollution and odour in the livestock and poultry. Circular economic potential is also there through the methane mitigation. Then third thing for the pro-climate, I will suggest is the breeding solutions. So normally in dairy cattle we have got pads and all these things, but in poultry we use normally whenever there is a leaf litter system, we use normally rice husk or the wood shavings, which are very high in pH, that is alkaline. Then it has got very high ash content and the water absorption capacity is very low. So this leads to excess formation of ammonia, excess moisture, and this all things volatilizes and leading to bad odor inside the farm and outside the farm, and leading to very high fly issues. Then we can replace this with the corn powder or corn bedding, which has got very less ash content and very high water absorption capacity, and which also have pH neutral, so that with this bedding your ammonia production will be reduced, flies problems will come down. And it helps in the moisture, ammonia and odor formation, reduce odor, encourages cleaner, dry litter and improves overall flock hygiene, promotes better welfare for the birds and the animals. This is how it looks like at the 12 weeks old growers. This litter is having just 15% moisture and 6 ppm ammonia. Then this bedding material can be further acidified to reduce the ammonia. This to produce the ammonia we require three things. One is the uric acid. Then we require the bacteria which grows in the alkaline medium very high, and the pH above 7 or something like that. So if we cut off one of the things, the production of ammonia will come down, and this will be helped by acidification, which reduces basically the bacterial population, bacterial multiplication, which normally changes urea into uric acid into ammonia. This improves a lot of things as far as bird welfare is concerned. They reduces food pad diseases, hawk and injury joints are decreased, and it is very good welfare for the animals. We get the clean chicken or the clean birds, and this will be having very high fertilized value, and this also decomposes very, very fast. Then the next solution for this sustainability by reducing the pollution and the greenhouse gases is the composting of the litter. Both poultry litter and the dung can be composted to a great value fertilizer, which can replace the chemical fertilization in the agriculture field, and which can be applied directly into the field without any problem if you compost it properly. This reduces all the environmental, so whatever I have told earlier, this will come down. And this is very simple to operate, and the capital investment is also very low. And one more thing for the composting, it adds the value to the organic farming. How it is done? It is collect the litter or the dung, adjust carbon to nitrogen ratio to 20 or 30:1. Then adjust moisture 50 to 60%. You have to aerate for 35 days. Then the temperature will go up to 60 degrees Celsius. Then it gets warm. It kills pathogens that way, and the color becomes brown, which is best compost for the organic farming. Pack it and sell it. Then this is economical advantages. So poultry litter or the cattle dung is not sold by rupees or something per kg or something like that. But this can go up from 5 rupees to 60 rupees. If you pack it well and it goes to others, it can be sold at 100 rupees. This most important factor about this is it replaces the chemical fertilizers, which for the production of the chemical fertilizers, lot of emissions are observed, and also the soil pollution. This reduces the emissions and pollution, easy to store and market it. If you further palletize it, it will add value to that for the transportation and the storage, and to reduce the volume. This is a valuable source for the organic farming, and it's a very good solution as far as the waste is concerned to manage it. Then second process, what I suggest is go for the drying. Whether it is a poultry or dung, you can dry it very well in the machineries, collect the litter, whatever the mechanization possible or manually, then add some agriculture waste to improve again C and N ratio. Feed this mixture to a dryer, maybe a rotary dryer, collect it and pack it. And this is how the final product looks out. It has got 0% moisture, and it is a very good fertilizer to apply to the agriculture, and it is definitely pathogen free. It removes all the bad odor. Handling is easier, reduces heavy metal solubility. This is a very latest problem what we are facing is the heavy metals that is going into the human bodies, through human consumption and leading to a lot of liver diseases. Resolves environmental issues like pollution and even the social issues. This is a pathogen free and safe litter, does not attract the flies, that is most important, and it has got higher value than any fertilizer, whether it is a dung or poultry litter in the raw form, and easy for the transportation. And this can be a very good livestock feeding, but in India it is it is permitted only for the poultry and the pigs, and you can add further value addition to these products. This is how the further fertilization is done. It can be a fertilizer pellets which releases the nutrients slowly, and it can be a biofuel pellet for any heating purpose, or even for the gasification. This improves the storage and reduces the space required. If you can go for the gasification, it can be converted into ash. Water litter drying is an eco-friendly, cost-effective and process that converts waste into a valuable resource, minimizes pollution and the odor, enhances fertilizer quality and the safety, opens new opportunities for renewable energy and sustainable agriculture. So next process is the gasification. This gasification, whenever you feed the poultry or the dung, whatever waste you have, it is fed to the gasifier, then it heats up. If it is a dried, it is well and good, and if it is a dried and pelleted, it is much better. So when it is fed to the gasifier, the jacketed water, it gets steamed up, and on this steam, the turbine runs, producing renewable energy. And the remaining ash is very, very high in mineral rich required for the agriculture. This converts poultry waste into a renewable energy, reduces environmental pollution, provides a sustainable disposal method for poultry litter, reduces ash rich in valuable minerals, reduces greenhouse gas emissions, rich in phosphorus, calcium and the potassium. If it is rich in phosphorus above 8%, this prom is developed from this one from its phosphorus-rich organic manure, which is sold at more than 30 rupees a kg, and it is very good value addition to the agriculture. And it improves and regulates the soil pH, immobilizes heavy metals, and if you use it, this ash into the biogas production, it goes up. Can be utilized in the construction industries, in the concrete and the bricks. Bricks, we have seen many times that poultry litter and dung is used for the formation of the bricks. But nowadays you can add it to the concrete also. This will increase, decrease the production of the cement, reducing many emissions. To enhance nutrient availability to crops, ash is commonly treated with dynamic cultures to increase the availability. It's a further value addition to the ash. This is how it looks it. Then many people, we know that the biogas, it is most popular amongst the poultry as well as in the dairy, and lot of government subsidies are being given. So it is become very popular. It produces renewable energy as well as very high quality fertilizer for the farming. This is again the collection it starts with the collection, then the next process is the hydrolysis, whether it is done by water addition or the bioslurry itself. The hydrolysis, doing hydrolysis outside the digestive is much better, which produces more gas in the lesser time. Fermentation and anaerobic reactions produce biogas. Gas cleaning is done basically for the carbon dioxide and the hydrogen sulfide. Then it produces the energy. And bioslurry recovery is a very good fertilizer. Biogas contains about 60 to 65% methane, whether it is from the poultry or the dung, and 30 to 35% carbon dioxide, and remaining is the moisture or ice. The biogas can be used to generate electricity and the heat, and can be further upgraded to bio-CNG, a safe and economical green fuel. The bioslurry, there was a lot of issues with the bioslurry when the biogas is produced. What we get the bioslurry is in bulk and beyond the certain controllable limits. So this can also be converted to like this. All the quantities can be converted very economically. And it is a very good fertilizer for the agriculture. And then next comes is the dead birds and the slaughterhouse disposal. Disease outbreaks, heat stress or heat strokes, and the accidental mortalities are very common in India as well as outside. This leads to heavy economic losses, mental stress and the pollution. Hence safe disposal is very, very important. As per the pollution norms, the birds have either to be buried, has to be buried at least 10 meters above the water level, or incinerate electrically. Slaughterhouse waste nowadays efficiently converted into the protein-rich ingredients with or without high calcium and phosphorus content, which is well accepted by the industry, basically the feed industry. Leftover has to be managed like dead birds. The ash produced by incinerations can be used as a nutrient-rich organic fertilizer, as we have seen the gasifier, ash. And under pollution norms, wastewater treatment in the slaughterhouses is a must, and it is very common and it's very easier also. To be concluded, waste is no longer a liability, but it is an untapped asset with potential for value addition. These techniques reduces environmental concerns, pollutions, and promote sustainability. Each product and byproduct has value depending on its merit. Value addition opportunities for livestock and poultry business. Some techniques require high capital investment but offer good ROI and potential for the circular economy. Need for golden standards for authentication, basically for the methane mitigation, and government policies to support farmers with capital investment. Sustainability is the key to a better future for generations to come. Thank you very much.